Hi, welcome to the Todd and Debra Show. This is episode 28.
And today we're talking about New Year's resolutions, how to keep them, because you don't need to know how to break them because we've all got that mastered, right?
Done that pretty easily.
Yeah. We decided 6 years ago that we might try walking a mile a day. That seemed like an awful long way to walk. But when we came back still alive the first couple of times, we thought, well, maybe we could do 2 miles. Sure enough, still alive after 2, and then 3, finally 4 miles, and we've kept it 4 miles for all these years.
Yeah.
On
Do
the
it
days,
daily now.
yeah, and on the days when we can't, our bodies actually complain. They're like, come on, we're supposed to get out there and walk. What a cool thing that your body can become addicted to the stuff that's good for it in addition to all the stuff that's bad for it, right?
And I think what we realized is that we gradually got up to the point where we are now, and that was what made it successful and helped us keep our resolution, is that we did it
in increments. Yeah.
And then we applied the same thing to our diet.
That's true. We didn't try to change it all at once, but we knew that we needed to educate ourselves about healthy foods. So once we took the initiative and really started reading some great books, which by the way, I'll put the links to a couple of those below, because once you know how your body works and why antioxidants are good, what they do actually, it becomes so much easier to stick to eating healthy foods. And there again, after you've eaten healthy foods for a while, your body complains if you try to go back to junk. What a great feeling that is.
You came up with some other things too, just simple things like smaller bowls.
Exactly. I read somewhere that if you get smaller cereal bowls, your body will be tricked into thinking it's still eating as much as before, but whoa, the calories you save over a week are tremendous. Same thing with smaller plates. And then
you substituted a number of things like sour cream.
Yeah. Sour cream and mayonnaise, we used to use those a lot. And then one day I decided to try Greek yogurt. I gradually started using it in the tuna fish instead of mayo and in place of sour cream in our, fish tacos or whatever. What? It was unbelievably good.
Thing with milk?
We used to drink whole milk, and then we decided we'd try 2%. This was years ago. Then our kids said, hey, there's 1% milk. We couldn't even tell the difference when we switched to that. Skim milk finally became our milk for years. And we did it gradually, so it didn't seem to matter. Our bodies were really happy with the skim. Somebody gave us 2% milk one time, and it was like drinking cream. But now we're...
Yeah, to the point that we're even looking at going outside of dairy products and going to non-dairy, like soy milk or that
maybe
kind of
almond
milk.
But right now we're trying soy milk, and we like it. It really paid off with our blood work when you go to get your physical. The doctor couldn't believe it. What are you doing? And we told them, oh, wow, okay, well, it's working. The good cholesterol is good. The bad cholesterol is low. Man, over a period of time, you can make tremendous strides. But if somebody had told us this back when we were just considering, gee, could we walk a mile a day? We would not have believed it. And you need to read for yourself, though, why these things are healthy and important. But there really is amazing evidence now that our bodies can heal themselves from the inside just as well as they do from the outside. Remember when you were a kid and you first learned how when you cut your finger, it actually mends itself over a period of just a couple of days or whatever? It still happens. Even at age 65, my finger still heals up. They've learned that our bodies on the inside, when we start giving them what they need, will mend heart disease. They'll do the repairs necessary to take away the stuff that could cause stroke. Alzheimer's, the best research on Alzheimer's now is related to what we eat. It's really cool. But if you would have told me this years ago, I would have rolled my eyes and told Todd on the way home, they were crazy. So now we're the crazies.
Yeah. And this also relates to another reason that we've found that we can help our resolutions. That we've been pretty good about keeping up with current things, educating ourselves. And if you keep reading, and like Debra was saying, keep yourself up on what's new and what's not, that education and information can help motivate you to keep moving with your resolutions.
Some of the books might seem kind of intimidating, because they have some scientific studies and different things, but we listen to the audio books, and that makes it, I mean, we'll do that rather than watch a TV show sometimes if we're traveling somewhere, or even just, over lunch or something. There's a lot of studies out there. It gets to be like Medicare mail, what can I believe? What's just a hoax? And it takes some time, but after a while, you gradually learn which things make sense, especially when you see studies repeated and the same results. And you learn also that there's always going to be the folks like the salt people saying it's sugar's fault, and the sugar people saying, it's fat's fault or whatever. Just know that food industries pay for a lot of studies. But you'll weed your way through, and I'll put books that'll help you with that too. One thing we definitely know, and you probably know this already, the Mediterranean diet has been proven to keep people living healthy lives well beyond 100 years in place after place after place where they follow that diet. It's not just one section of the world or one little tribe or something. Everywhere that follows the Mediterranean diet. Well, what really is the Mediterranean diet? We'll put a link to an article, but there's going to be a lot of links below.
And believe it or not, that's something else that we did gradually. We didn't all of a sudden just overnight become a Mediterranean diet eater.
We did the med part, and then we did the
well, that too, I guess.
But
we did little things. We did portions of it.
Oh, guys, it's just something that once you're excited about it, you want to share it. But we totally get how goofy we must sound, and we can see you rolling your eyes and saying, "Shut up!" But I hope you'll try it.
Resolutions can be kept, and they can be done if you do them easily, gradually. Keep yourself educated. Be open to new thoughts and ideas.
And your body just starts to reward you for it, and then you reward yourself for it. Let's go get ice cream. Kidding.
And then you become smarter too, to the point that now Debra has got her own theory now about olive oil.
Oh, it's not a theory. He calls these things theories. Well, I had a theory that the reason that it's a year seems like such a short time to a person our age and such a long time to a 5-year-old is because it's 20% of a 5-year-old's life. It's only 1/65th of my life. And then they did a study on that and went through how much money and we read about that. And I said, they could have just called me. I knew that years ago. So here's another one that you'll see coming out in a study after somebody spreads the word on this. Every time I make food with olive oil, the next morning I wake up and my skin is so soft, and I've never used moisturizers. I'm too much of a tomboy to know how to do all that stuff. So, and you've never used moisturizers. No, I never have. But we wake up with soft skin when we've had good olive oil.
I don't think I've noticed that, but that's okay.
I've noticed it. Yeah. Okay. Do you know, it dawned on me finally that it's not just our outside of our bodies that's receiving the olive oil, it's internally as well. So the hardening of the arteries, the different, our bodies get old inside just like we see on the outside, but keeping it softened with olive oil, I'm positive that is a huge factor in why the Mediterranean diet lifestyle leads to such longevity.
Soft organs lead to longer lives.
There you go. So now somebody's going to do a study and you wait. They'll say, oh, olive oil softens the inside of our bodies.
And if you decide to do it, just let us know, please.
Yeah, just give me credit.
Sure.
You're welcome. Thanks for watching the Todd and Debra Show. Please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, like our page, please. See you next time.
Bye-bye.